Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, episode 73, MJ38 show. Justin, co-host Matthew, co-founders, co-creators, MJ38 Productions, MJ38 show, MJ38 music, the whole shebang. We're in this thing. Hopefully you're having a great day. Let's make it even better. If not, we're here to make it better too. That's what we're here for.
Podcasts make my day better every time, man.
Every time. I love them, man.
As soon as I'm a little low, I'm like, let me just listen to my boys talk, and it starts to rise the vibe. And my ladies, you know.
Lady fellas.
Yeah, I don't want
Fellas and lady
I
fellas.
don't discriminate on the voices, on the podcasting.
Yeah, I'm all about it.
Yeah.
Dude, love podcasts.
Yeah, hope we do that for you too.
Yeah, I'm put the call to action in the front. Subscribe, like, share, tell a friend, tell two friends, share with whoever you got, whatever, repost, all that fun stuff.
Be a friend, tell a friend.
Yeah, MJ38 on pretty much everything. So Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. That's where we're at. That's where you're at. Let's be there together.
Let's do it.
Having a great day.
It's time to go up, guys.
Let's go.
You've been a fan. We appreciate that. But if you want to help continue to make this possible, please tell a friend so that way we can start to scale a little bit.
Yeah, be a friend, tell a friend, make a friend, find a stranger, make that stranger into a friend. Strangers transformed into a friend, evolved.
You got to talk about something.
Yeah, right.
You got to talk about something. You want to talk about something interesting? Tell them about a podcast they don't know about.
Yeah, I found out that was like a topic of conversation, or not, maybe not even a topic of conversation, but a piece of conversation that you can always have with someone. It's like, what pop culture or what are you consuming? You know, what shows you watching, what music you listen to.
You went real broad. I love that. Yeah, exactly.
What podcast you listening to? How do you spend your time? You know, outside of work.
Yeah, for a while we asked like everybody would meet, be like, so what kind of music do you listen to? And then if it was rap, it's like, oh, who are your favorite rappers? Because then it helps me like kind of understand you a little more, you know?
Yeah, what are you into?
Yeah, totally.
100%. Well, if you get the aux, what are you putting on? You know,
for sure.
If I give you the power of the aux, that's a big power. Big responsibility.
True. True.
No?
The vibes are like everything, you know?
Yeah, it's like when you're at a party, or maybe not even like a party per se, but like you're at your friend's house or at the river or chilling with the boys or floating on the river, whatever you're doing, and like someone gives you the power to like put the playlist on. Like, yeah, put some music on. You're like, oh shit, I gotta like put some heat on right here, man. This is like my fucking rep right there on the line.
True. I would be evaluated on how hard we go right here.
He's like, oh, give me the aux. And then you put on some whack shit. Everyone's like, whoa, I can't trust this guy anymore. I can't trust your judgment, bro.
Yeah, or like as a joke, it'd be funny too, you know? Mm-hmm. But this is a perfect segue.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk to you about, we talked off camera about how you didn't super enjoy / love the Linkin Park Jay-Z mashup album.
Uh-huh.
Dude, I've been bumping that nonstop the last week.
Really?
That is gas. Like,
yeah.
I love it.
I just remember the first time I heard it, because it came out, like fucking 2003 or something, 2004?
I mean, it's on my recent plate. I can find out for you. But yeah, I would think we were like 10.
10-ish. Yeah. We were like 10.
It's like 2004 is what I would guess.
Yeah, I wasn't super, super big into hip-hop at that time either. I was more influenced by my mom's influence, and she was more like alternative / heavy rock with a little bit of Bob Marley in there, but mostly like Metallica, Korn, Disturbed, Linkin Park, and then
2004.
Really?
Yeah, we're good.
Nice. So yeah, I guess at that time I was a little bit younger, so I wasn't super, super receptive to like the new genre of music. I guess around 7th grade, middle school is when I started getting into hip hop. But I guess I was in 5th grade when I was 10, right around that time.
Well, I was in 5th grade, so you're probably like in 6th.
Yeah, right around 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I wasn't. I just remember the first time I heard it, I wasn't super in love with it. I was just like, "What is this?"
I'm just gonna play a little sample for the crowd real quick.
Yeah.
I ordered a frappuccino. Where's my fucking frappuccino? All right, let's do this.
You okay? Come on. This is the Linkin Park, fucking Jay-Z. What was it called?
Collision Course.
Collision Course. Okay. Yeah, that's hard.
This is hard, right?
Yeah.
The BPMs are perfect. Right here, this is one of my favorite parts.
Mike Shinoda, Chester, my dog.
Yo!
When I was 10, I was like, whoa. Jay-Z.
Boy, I told you get. With the Linkin Park guitar in the background.
Yeah. Just bending genres right here. Hybrid theory for real.
Yeah. So that's just a little taste for you guys. But in the gym, I'll be listening to that going nuts, dude. Like,
dude, I think I need to listen to it again.
I would, especially in the gym, bro. On a hard set, it's like it has me going off, dude.
Collision Course.
There's only 6 songs on it's like an EP.
Okay.
So it's got Dirt Off Your Shoulder and Lying From You, and then it's got Big Pimpin' and Paper Cut, and then it's got Jigga What and Faint. Numb and Encore is probably one of my favorites. Even when I was a kid, that was probably my favorite song on the album.
Okay.
And then H to the Izzo with In the End. And
Okay.
then Points of Authority with 99 Problems.
That's hard.
Yeah.
Those are some of the like Jay-Z's best songs, most popular songs he's ever made.
Right.
And some of Linkin Park's best songs.
Dude, like, here, just one more. It starts, like, they're just, this right here is just Jay-Z's vocals laid over the Hybrid Theory instrumental. Like, they're just mixing it like a DJ, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's see, hold on.
Yeah. Faint.
Yeah.
That was my alarm clock when I was in middle school, dog.
Really?
Yeah.
Just that right there, bro. I will be like going crazy, bro. Like, yeah. Just wanted to share that with you guys. If you need an adrenaline push in the gym, that album goes crazy hard.
That's so tight because it's like Linkin Park was already kind of bending the genre a little bit.
Right.
Like Mike Shinoda, he was definitely more hip hop sort of flow and rhythm and cadence with his delivery. Not so much like a rock, vocals.
I would say he raps a lot.
Yeah, it's definitely more hip hop than it is like pure rock. So they were already like Linkin Park themselves were already kind of bending the genre a little bit.
Totally.
And then like I guess Jay-Z saw that and was like, I fuck with y'all, man. I wonder how they come into contact.
The way I see it in my mind's eye, because it says MTV presents Collision Course. So
Okay.
I feel like MTV, what I think happened is somebody realized that their BPMs are like identical. Because it's like they're not speeding up either song. Like all of those songs are literally the same BPM, and they just like they fit perfectly together, like
Yeah.
so perfectly that it's like weird almost.
Just mesh them up.
Yeah, like it's like I was thinking to myself that it's so weird how identical the structure format of those songs are that they were able to cross-reference that it feels like in my story that was supposed to happen so I could get bridged from alternative rock to hip-hop.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a perfect, I don't think anything else would have just took me there. You know what I'm saying?
Like, that was it.
That was it, bro.
That's the stepping stone.
I think that's why I like Jay-Z so much. No lie.
Uh-huh.
It like clicked for me. I'm like, this album right here is why I want Jay-Z's picture on my wall. Like his whole discography and what he represents. Like, I don't know if it's my favorite amongst other rappers per se,
Yeah.
but that album is crazy, dude. Like,
Yeah.
evolved me out of just like, oh, I like rock and roll.
Yeah.
Like 10 years old. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we were 10. We were super young.
Mm-hmm.
Super impressionable. But I guess initially I didn't like it. I wasn't super in love with it. I preferred just like regular Linkin Park by itself.
Really?
Yeah. I guess when I was
Yeah,
10.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, like, it's also a lie. It's like, there's a lot of curse words. There's a lot of stuff you don't understand going on. He's like, talking about, son, do you know what I'm stopping you for? Because I'm young and I'm black and my hat too low. Do I look like a mind reader, sir? I don't know. That's not relatable when you're 10.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A white 10 kid, 10-year-old.
I can't even drive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let alone get pulled over.
Well, neither was Linkin Park's not relatable either.
Yeah.
But now, Linkin Park's
Nowadays.
crazy relatable. Especially like you just go through a breakup. It's like, man, there's songs that's crazy. It's like, time can't take this damage anymore.
Yeah.
Don't turn your back on me. I won't be ignored. Like, there's so many bars that are just like, I listen to it as an adult.
Yeah.
And if you're going through something, it's like, oh shit, this is crazy. Like, it's a person just like, that's hurt, that's like letting it all out finally. That's like a lot of what that album is.
Yeah.
It's like I'm at the breaking point and it's like I have to say what I'm feeling inside or I'm gonna like snap. Like literally it's like Close to the Edge is one of the songs. You know what I'm saying?
literally.
Yeah.
Like, those are bars. Like,
And then,
those
like,
are his lyrics.
In my own personal life, I got to that point. I was at that point and then I like listened to that album and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this is one of my staples in my life. I never realized that this is what it was, you know?
Yeah. It's different whenever you're younger. You're kind of just consuming, and then you don't really see the nuance or the true meaning behind the words.
Yeah.
It's just sounds, and it sounds good. You're like, yeah, this sounds good.
Yeah, like the riff on Faint is crazy. In the End was like really good, but it's like, yeah, what? That's not relatable. In the end, it all falls apart, and what it meant to me, I'll bet you leave me a memory. Like, I don't know, man. Like, as a kid, it's not. You can't apply that to your life in elementary school. No.
You don't know what's going on.
No. I just looked up. The College Dropout came out in 2004, and it won a Grammy like that year or the following year.
Uh-huh.
And so, what's the song on here?
Through the Wire?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Actually, that might be on an older album. I don't think that's on College Dropout. No, it is. Okay. Those two songs at the same time were like, I heard those and I was like, okay, I'm kind of done.
What's this hip hop stuff?
Yeah.
This hip hop you speak of.
Yeah, I'm going to start transitioning into listening to this stuff because it is fucking crazy. It makes me feel something in here, man.
Yeah, right. That's so cool. That's so wild because everyone has a different, like country music does that to people, or fucking reggae or whatever, you know.
golly, I was on a date like a week ago. This lady was talking about, I love country music. I was
Really?
like, that's cool. That's tight.
There's some country songs that go bananas. Like, I can't name any of them off the top of my head, like Neon Moon and Drinking Problem for sure. Like, those are just two staples.
Friends in Low Places.
Yeah, right, exactly.
I got a friend. Yeah, that goes crazy.
Have the club going nuts on a Tuesday, bro.
For sure. But there's like, it's hard when you're on a date because it's hard to express exactly what you mean because I'm a little nervous. But there's times when that vibe is what I'm feeling. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever heard the song Golden Hour? It's not really country, but
If you played it, I might know it.
it actually is country. Like, okay, so if I'm in love or whatever and I'm feeling the butterflies and it's like a sunset, this song Golden Hour is the vibe. Like, I'm not going to want to listen to Linkin Park in that moment, you know?
Yeah, right. It matches it's more appropriately scored for the music or for the movie that is your life.
Exactly. This is Casey Musgraves. The song's a banger.
Okay, I've heard that name. That's hard.
I have a playlist for when I'm in love. The song's like top 5 on there. And I know. I want her to hit a note. I'll give it like 10 more seconds.
Casey Musgraves. Let's go, girl. Come on now. I don't care who you are, bro. That's just music right there.
That's just music,
That's
dog.
just music, bro. That's moving.
You're driving home from like a day at the lake and you had like that connection feeling and you guys are on a new level and it's like the sun's going down.
Yeah.
Got the windows down.
It's 6 p.m. The sun's about to set. You're a little tipsy.
Exactly, bro.
On the drive home.
That's tops, bro.
That's
you know what
it.
I'm saying?
That's it.
I'm on a date. Like, hold on, have you heard Casey Musgraves?
Yeah.
Like trying to explain that. Like, there's moments in time where that music is what my soul wants. But when like I actually did say this on the date. I'm like day to day when I gotta wake up and I gotta go hit the gym and then I gotta go to work and I gotta go like do all of these things and like make all the dots connect and keep my world going around. For the most part, I want to hear like Big Sean or Jay-Z saying like, don't stop doing what you're doing, keep going, keep believing. God did, you know.
Yeah.
Nothing is stopping you. It's like the country music's not gonna make me want to go crush it all day long.
Yeah, no, not for me. Not for me. For a lot of people, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
totally.
Everyone's
Well,
different.
I guess
Everyone's different.
I don't know.
Right. It's like the thing that's inside of you that like wants to listen to or that listened to Through the Wire and was like attracted to it or like, whoa, what the fuck? Like a new feeling of like curiosity or wonder.
Yeah.
That was evoked. Like that's not for everybody. It's everyone has something like that evokes them. It's like, oh, what? I want to go towards that thing.
Well, that's also like people. I think they're like, oh, this white kid, he plays basketball and raps, and he listens to Jay-Z. He just wants to be black. Okay, I've heard that like a million times. You know what I'm saying? But when I was sitting in the car while my mom went into the store, and I put in the Grammy CD, and I'm just like, click, 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 and then Through the Wire comes on, and I'm like, bah, bah, bah. I'm sitting there going, whoa. I didn't want to be anything in that moment. Through the wire, through the wall. I can't get that high. But yeah, dude, like I didn't want to be anything in that moment. I was just like bored on some level. And then I was like, oh, this is crazy. I like sat back in the chair and was just like, what's happening to me right now? Yeah, so like, what is that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's outside of you.
That wasn't a choice. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, 100%. Because there were other, I guess you were referring to like a CD, back when we had CDs, a CD that had the Grammy-nominated songs on it, or the Grammy-winning songs.
It was like, this is what I call music.
Yeah.
This is what I call Grammys.
Okay.
And so it was, I think, all the Grammy Award or all the Grammy nominated songs.
Yeah.
It was like that same company.
Okay.
And then I just like, my mom had like a thing on the top of her.
Yep. On the visor.
On the visor that had all her CDs in it.
Yep.
And I pulled that one out and I was like, well, there's no telling what's on this. You know what I'm saying? And then.
I hypothetically, like the best songs that we have to offer as a human race right now.
That's true too.
Yeah. The Grammys.
Yeah. Pulled out whatever CD we were listening to, put that one in, and then like clicked like 3 or 4 times or whatever, and then I heard the intro and I just like stopped.
Exactly. It's like you didn't stop on any of the other previous songs on the song or on the album.
No Michael Bublé.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Whoever the hell, John Mayer, what the fuck?
Yeah, no Counting Crows. Got straight to the Kanye West. Who is this? This is nuts.
Yeah, never heard any of it before. See, like, yeah, it's wild, man. There's something else going on here. What interests you? What piques your interests? What like turns up that emotional connection?
Yeah,
you're just like, whoa, my interest is piqued. This is it.
One other stark time in my life when that happened was the first time I heard Top Back. I was like in 7th grade.
Yep.
Dude.
Yeah, I was like maybe in high school, maybe like freshman year, 8th grade, somewhere in that ballpark when I heard that song, and I was like, whoa, this is hip hop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like this shit's crazy, yo. T.I. was on a different level back then.
Yeah, my friend Derek was trying to tell me how great Lil Wayne was at that time because I think the Carter 3 had came out that same time that I had heard T.I.'s Top Back.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I like Lil Wayne, but again, a little hard to relate sometimes, you know? And yeah, I couldn't put my top back and keep the beat down low with my Kenwood.
I ain't got no Kenwood.
I thought a Kenwood was a heater because I had a heater in my room that said Kenwood on it.
Really?
And I was like, Adrian, you heard that top back, boy? Man, I got a Kenwood in my house. I'm like, I let that thing go.
I'll put that shit up high.
Yeah. He was like, oh, that's tight, man. That's tight. You guys set up to like your computer or what? And I was like, no, it's just in my room. He's like, dude, that's sick. My dad's got a Kenwood. Makes the whole car shake, man. I was like, oh.
Not a heater.
Oh, he's like, yeah, man. Nothing like bass in the car. I was like, oh, okay. Okay, well, we're not going to say anything else about that.
Okay. Context clues, that's enough said.
Totally. But yeah, just to say, like, that wasn't me trying to be something. I just like heard that song and was shook, dude.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, at that point, T.I., I was like, okay, Lil Wayne's great, but T.I. is my favorite rapper. Let me get into this guy's discography, you know?
Yeah, he was rocking back then. That song particularly was like, whoa, this shit's crazy.
Yeah, seriously.
For sure.
So yeah, music's a crazy thing.
Yeah, I need to give collision course, right?
Yeah.
I need to give that another run through.
Highly recommend in the gym specifically.
Yeah.
But I'm listening to it in the car. It's cool. Like I'm driving anywhere with my windows down listening to that album. My vibe's just like on 10. And not a lot of things are taking me there nowadays. Because it's like, oh, there's a recency bias. Yeah, there's a recency bias for how much music will take you to that high vibe. If you heard a song like 50 times, 100 times, it starts to be like
It's
less.
old.
Yeah.
Not as much novelty or nuance to it.
Right. Whatever it is, you know.
Something. Yeah. You kind of just, I don't know. You just not discredit, but it's just not. Yeah. The novelty is literally not there anymore. It's like that's the part of something being new. Whenever someone drops something new, you're like, oh, this is my shit right now.
That is such a thing.
And then when it's not new anymore, you're like, okay.
Yeah.
But if you revisit it and it still does that thing to you, that's when you know it's like, okay, that shit's some fine wine. That shit aged well.
Yeah, true. But it's not the same as like when it first came out and it was rocking your playlist.
Yeah.
Like, let me just think of some song that had some novelty at one point because I make different playlists throughout time, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, all right, time to make a new playlist.
I was just thinking about that today. I was like, man, I haven't made a new workout playlist in at least a year or two. At least, probably closer to 2 years.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I just kind of like do my own. I literally just like go to the song and play it, like instead of just making a playlist because I'm lazy. But
Yeah, no, me too.
It takes time though to make a playlist.
I used to sit by the pool and do it. Like, there was a while when I lived in an apartment complex with a nice pool that on my day off I would like wake up, work out, and then grab a beer and go to the pool for like 30 minutes, and that would be like the time when I would do stuff like that. Because it takes time, bro.
Yeah, it takes time. You gotta thumb through all the entirety of music that's out there. I think I mentioned it last time for the wedding, but that was one thing that I definitely realized. Like in lieu with the wedding, we were having to make the playlist for the intro, the walking down, the first dance, like the music that's playing while we're eating, the music that's playing for the dances and all that stuff, or like the dancing portion of the reception.
Yeah.
And it's like trying to think of there's so much music to like, you'll be looking up one song and then you'll remember like a song from fucking 2002 and you're like, oh yeah. And then I'll bring up like a whole nother portion of music from that time period. Or like one artist, you're like, oh, that artist. And then it's just like a whole bunch of fucking spider webs that are all weaved together.
Found one. Silent Hill by Kendrick Lamar.
Facts.
Haters on me like, huh, like, huh. When that song came out, I made a whole playlist starting with that song, dude. And it was my jam. And now I never listen to that playlist or that song.
Yeah. That song is time stamped for me with the Vegas trip for sure.
Really?
Yeah. We went to Vegas and I think that was the first time we've ever been to Vegas outside of like the winter months. Yeah. It was in the summertime, the first time we ever went in the summer. And that song had just came out within the last week or two. And I was just like, this is life right now.
Yeah.
This is life. That shit bangs.
It does.
You'll timestamp a memory or a portion of your life with a certain song, or you listen to that song and it'll bring you right back.
Yeah.
You're like, oh 100%. Yeah, I'm at the MGM right now. The MGM Lazy River.
Totally.
Drinking an overpriced beer. Give a fuck.
Yeah, I was rapping today about sometimes I want to take it back to nothing is stopping you while I'm driving down Ocarina Springs. It's like, that's a timestamp, bro. Like driving from U Heights to the gym, just down Ocarina Springs. Like, I don't know why I want to take it back there, just to relive it, just because it was dope. You know what I'm saying? That's like the opposite of novelty.
Yeah, nostalgia.
yeah, that's crazy.
Nostalgia and novelty are two halves of the same coin.
That's wow.
At least a little bit.
No, I think definitely. Or like opposite ends of a bell curve. It's like they start to deteriorate in the middle and then they'll cross back up.
Yeah, it goes from novelty to nostalgia.
Yeah.
Once time is applied to it.
That's so crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I also just like Nothing Is Stopping You, Ocarina. I like that it hit a rhyme. And it was really natural. It just came out of me. I was like, oh, nice.
Life just making them bars for you.
Yeah, I don't even got to do much. Just got to tune in. I've been seeing a ton of videos like that online where it's like spirituality or like the universe or like the things that you want, the lifestyle you want is just like on a frequency that you just like tune into.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Like a radio station. So tune yourself to that, right? Like, there it is right there. Boop.
Dude, have you seen one of the more recent Joe Rogan podcasts with this guy named Chris?
No, that's the one I'm going to listen to next. I finished the one with Elon. I finished one with Ian Carroll, which was fucking crazy.
That guy's cracked.
That boy's on some shit. Yo. Yeah, that's some shit right there. But I finished those ones. I just finished the Schultz one, and now I just started the
Schultz
Burt
one was good. I liked
it.
it.
Yeah, it was really good.
It's probably my favorite Schultz experience.
Yeah, it was solid. Super solid. Super solid. But I know I saw that one had come out, and I follow that other guy. Is Chris? What's his last name? Williams or Williamson?
I think I was gonna say Williamson is what I was gonna say without looking.
Chris W for sure. But I follow him on Instagram, independent of Joe. And then I saw that they were on.
Williamson.
He came on Joe's podcast, and I was like, oh hell yeah, I'm gonna listen to that.
Nice.
But I think that's after I finish Burt, that'll be the next one I listen to.
Nice. I don't think I finished the Burt one. I think I'm like halfway through it.
Yeah, I started it yesterday, and it was tight, man. It was tight because they were talking about the Velvet Prison idea.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
In the beginning, and I'm like, I fuck with this right now, bro.
Actually, that set me off when I heard that.
Right?
Yeah, for real. Because he's like, man, I was trying to think you were like making money, you're doing a good, you got a thing going on. I'm like, stop. Go do more stand up.
Do this thing.
Write comedy.
Yeah.
It's like you'll never have millions of dollars in freedom doing that. It's like this is actually the path to true freedom. It just seems like it's
Start
not.
a podcast, focus on your podcast, focus on stand up. And now look at him. It's
Joe.
He's like, we were right. We were right. We saw a light at the end of the tunnel. We fucking went for it, bro. And now we're here. It's like, dude, yes. Yes, bro. Preach. I'm trying to do that shit.
I got charged up listening to that part for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. It happens in the first like 10, 20 minutes is where they start talking about that. And I was like, yo, this is it. I'm tapped into this right now. I'm feeling it.
Yeah, Chris Williamson was also talking about some shit that really like, it was like half the tune into that frequency thing. Because you were telling me off air that you had a dream that we were like hanging out with Mr. Beast and like other 1% content creators.
Yeah, I had a weird ass dream where we were at an invite only Mr. Beast like exclusive party that was at like I likened it to, it was like a hotel water park, and we have one of those in San Antonio. I think it's at the JW here. It's like a really nice big hotel, and then they have like a giant water park there with like water slides, lazy river, drinks. Like it felt exactly like that place. I've been there maybe twice in my life, but that was like what I could familiarly like attach this like weird ass dream place to. And I was like, this is a weird Mr. Beast invite only party. Like no one told me that, but you know, in dreams you just know things. You know what I'm saying? Or like things can be assumed, or you understand information even though there's no, and like you also transition from place to place without any actual transition.
Sure.
Like travel, you know what I'm saying? You just like be one place and you're in another place. Yeah. And in your dream you don't question it. It just makes sense to you. You're
Exactly.
like, I'm here now.
That's what I was gonna say. Like things just make sense that like don't, like you wake up and you're like, why did that just make sense? Like I didn't even ask any questions.
It.
Yeah, exactly. Like one dream that came straight to mind when you thought of that was like the whole dream was set on basically like a lazy river, but the lazy river was like a water park, but it was just through a city. And it was like a huge river. So it's like a ton of people. And we're just like floating through like parking garages, downtown. And it was just like, I was like, love Schlitterbahn. Like, didn't even think about it. But
like the river walk.
Yeah. But it made no, like, when I woke up, I was like, what the fuck kind of setting is that for a dream? You know?
Doesn't make any sense.
With you.
And in this mind.
Right.
In the conscious mind.
Right. So then you were saying that you think that on some level, well, that the dream realities do exist. Like there's other parts of you that are like living consciously there. That's a cool thought to explore as well. But for the Chris Williamson podcast was like half of a coin that's like helped me to process things a little bit differently over the last couple of days. So before the Chris Williamson stuff, but when I was talking about tuning into that frequency, like I felt like maybe we're tuned into that whatever frequency Mr. Beast is on to some level. Obviously, he's like 1% of 1%. He's the best of a lot of people that are doing crazy shit. But, and I don't want to sound like cocky here, but maybe I do think that we're tapped into maybe that frequency that he gets into. And maybe that's when you were saying that like we were in that place with him, like it was real.
Yeah.
Even here, it's real on some level that we're in that place with him. Like, why would we get the invite only? It's like, I think we're in that frequency sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
And then the other thing is Chris Williamson was talking about how, like, I also heard Gary Vee talk about this sentiment where it's just like, we're just people. Like, even if you're, like, so many people will want a Lamborghini in their life. But then, like, it's really easy for someone who has had the Lamborghini to drive the beat up Chevy truck because they actually know that there's no difference.
Yeah.
But we don't know that from this place. Like, and then we think that the Lamborghini is going to solve, like, some kind of thing we got going on here.
Yeah.
Like, whatever discontentment we have,
Mm-hmm.
it's like the Lamborghini will fix that. And it's like, no, it won't. Like, it won't. And then there's things that, like, people tell us, and it's like, yeah, maybe not for you. But, like, for me, it'd be different. It'd be different. I'm me, and you're you. So, like, I don't necessarily think that. Let me find out for myself.
Yeah, right.
And that's something that, like, fucking wastes a lot of time in people's life is to let me find out for myself. It's like, you could just take wisdom, you know?
Yeah, right. If you're open to it.
Right. But instead, we're like, let me make the mistake first and see, for real.
Let me run my own experiment, guy. Okay.
I've done this. So
Money
many
ain't
times.
everything. All right, let me find out.
Exactly. Exactly. So then he's also talking about, like, he's like, that woman, it's like, you don't love her. It's like, she's beautiful and difficult to be with. And you think that if you, like, achieve her affection, then, like, you'll have love or be happy. It's like, you're going to spend a lot of time, resource, energy, thought space, anxiety to try to get something that you don't even necessarily want. It's like, you probably want love. But it's like, this woman represents what you think you want in a partner because she's, like, beautiful and difficult to be with. And then there's, like, a sense of, like, then there's also this thing about, like, type A personalities. Like, he basically said, like, Joe Rogan, your capacity to want to be a top tier martial artist might have just been, like, an anxiety disorder that was engineered to give you top performance. It's like, you had anxiety about life, about your position, about society as a whole. And then you were like, well, let me take that anxiety and let me do something very difficult. And that will make me realize that, my anxiety isn't like fettered in anything real, that, like, I can overcome that stuff. But it's like, if you would have just overcome the anxiety, then you wouldn't have had to spend years and taken as many hits to the fucking head that you did to try to understand why you have anxiety. Because even when you become a number one martial artist, you're probably still gonna have anxiety to some degree. And then Joe Rogan laughs, like, super hard when he says that because it's, like, true. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So then Gary Vee was also expressing this thing in a video where he's talking about, like, here's me, and then here's you, and then here's all the people in the world that successful businesses, professional athletes, they're all just little dots, man. And, like, here's someone's like, nobody gives a fuck what you're going through. No one cares about, like, your life and your problems, like, that much, except for the people that matter to you. But, like, you're looking at all these people out here thinking about their life and I want to be like them and that would make me happy. It's just like, we're all just people. We're all just people living a life. It's like, if you can conceptualize that in the now and then just do what you want to do or what you think you should do, that would be way better off than, like, looking at what everybody else has going on and trying to, like, adopt their problems, basically.
Mm-hmm. Or trying to make their solution your solution.
Yes.
Or whatever to your own individual insecurities.
Right.
Or
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
So that kind of put me in this place of, like, really just, like, enjoying my life, just, like, chilling.
Yeah.
Like, I have the Mazda, but the Aventador wouldn't even make me feel any different. I'd probably feel a little harder.
I'll drive a little faster.
Sure. Well, I'm driving pretty fast these days, but it's not too much collision course in the car. I'm going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, man. It just, like, eased out this tension where it's like, Chris was like, be willing to take some of these lessons. Remember all the times you didn't take the lessons that people tried to give you and then you, like, wasted your time and hurt yourself because you wouldn't take it? Then that, like, opened up my receptiveness. And then he's like, when you get the Lamborghini, you're going to be like, it's not that much different than a Mazda. The novelty will wear off.
Yes.
It'll wear off.
It will.
Then you're going to have the fucking insurance payment.
Yep. The car note, the anxiety of, like, every speed bump.
Exactly. All that shit. Like, it was way easier to drive the Mazda. I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah. So much less stress.
I was able to pull that into the now to some degree. Nice. And it, like, trilled me down.
Nice.
Now I just listen to Collision Course and I'm fucking chilling.
Dude, yes. I love that guy. I know I've seen him. Chris is who I'm referring to. Chris Williamson, right? Is his last name. And he has his own podcast. I'm pretty sure it's called Modern Wisdom, I want to say. And I've seen Matthew McConaughey was on there. He's had multiple other, like, big names on his podcast. And he's, like, definitely in that school of, like, discipline and, like, getting yourself right, like self-help to a degree, but, like, more practical. And it's like, being hard and like doing the right thing and trying to manifest reality or trying to position yourself correctly to have like a good life, more or less.
Totally.
And like, yeah, so I fuck with him heavily, like individually. Then I saw he was on Joe. I was like, oh shit, bro, this is gonna be a dope episode. It probably came out like a week ago or so, maybe a little bit less.
Yeah, it's like
I was excited about it.
the second most recent, I think.
I still am excited about it.
Dude, I don't want to spoil anymore for you. Just want to extrapolate some of that for you guys. We're a podcast about podcasts sometimes.
Yeah, we're just talking about what we're influenced by.
Culture.
Yes.
Totally.
Dude, before I get too far off, I remembered I have a little story time.
Please, let us
Story
know.
time.
Take us in here. It's your turn.
It happened yesterday. It was super strange, super weird. Because I was just walking Cosmo, walking Moby. As y'all know, if you check out my stories, I'm walking this motherfucker like every day. Like it's the same route, it's the same street, down and back every day for like the last like 2 years or so.
Totally.
So I've walked this walk with him like 700 times, and I'm walking, and we're just doing our thing.
Those are stats.
It's been at least like 700 walks or so. And we're just walking by, and there's one particular house that jumps out because it's like literally orange. It's like different than all the other houses. It's orange. And for the first time, I see the guy who like owns the house. He's like outside of his house, like spraying his lawn with fucking Roundup or whatever the fuck it is. It didn't say Roundup on the thing, but it's like a clear canister with some yellow, green, lemon lime Gatorade color looking spray. And he's like just like spraying his lawn. And then I'm walking by with Cosmo, minding our own business. And I'm shirtless. I'm just woke up, walking out the house. It's like a cool 65, 70 degrees outside. It feels great. I'm just Sunday morning strolling.
Hell yeah.
And then he's spraying his shit. And then he's like, hey, like, don't, like, you're I forget what the exact words are, but he's like, don't let your dog shit on my lawn. I'm just like, excuse me? He's like, don't let your dog shit on my lawn. I was like, okay. Like, even if he did, like, I have, like, I pick it up. Like, I have poop bags. Like, even if he did, like, and given that we've done this walk 700 times, he never poops there. Maybe once. Maybe in the whole 700 times plus that we've done this walk because that house is like probably 75 to 80% of the way through the street. And if he poops, he typically poops like at the very end of the street before we do our little down and back. So we go all the way down the street and then all the way back to the house because like our house is like the first or second house at the front of the street. So we walk all the way down and he poops around like the last house, typically like 80%, 90% of the way through the walk. And if he doesn't do it there, then he does it on the way back, like on the next couple of houses down. So I'm like, he doesn't, you know, typically he won't.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, and then he like is spraying his shit. And I'm like, even if he does poop on your lawn, like I would pick it up. Like I have poop bags. And he like proceeds to be like, don't let your dog shit on my lawn. And then Cosmo's like, friendly dog, super sweet guy. He looks a little intimidating. He's half pit, half lab. So a little bulky, a little big head, a little boxy head, a little boxy jaw.
He looks like he'll fuck you up.
He might fuck you up. He might fuck you up.
But he's sweet. He's sweet.
The sweetest dog, super cuddly. And like, so then Cosmo's like, starts to paddle over to him a little bit, and then he like starts to like spray at Cosmo with his fucking pesticides. And I'm like, what's your fucking problem, bro? And he's like, don't let your dog shit on my lawn. I'm like, shut the fuck up. And I was like, I'm shirtless. Like, I'm not a small dude. Like, I'm 6 foot, 6'2", like 6'1"-ish. And I'm like shirtless. And I work out literally every day for the last like 14 years. Like,
our man's yoked.
I'm not sure what you're doing, brother. Like,
no
did
problems.
you wake up with the thought of like, how do I get my ass kicked today? What should I? And he's like 60. He's like 65. Like, not in shape at all. I'm just like, bro, I could end you right now. Like, what the fuck's your problem, bro? So, like, that was just like but yeah, the conversation ends pretty much. I'm like, shut the fuck up. And then we walk on, finish our walk or whatever. But it was funny because I was analyzing all of this, and I was like, in his mind, his desired outcome is don't let your dog shit on my lawn. And maybe he has this desire to have no shit on his lawn, and it's like bothering him because he has external stressors that I don't know about. And maybe he has found shit in his lawn before. And there are extra stray dogs and extra like cats that kind of roam that street. I've seen them multiple times. You know what I'm saying? They're like over the last week, I've seen at least 2, 3. I've seen at least 3 like separate individual kind of not strays. Maybe I think maybe one of them is from the street over next door, and then maybe some of them are down from another house because some of them have collars and some of them don't. But I've seen just in the last week 3 alone, and over the course of the last 700 walks, I've seen at least like 5 to 10. Those like kind of stray dogs or cats. So maybe like those are shitting in his lawn, and he's just like he's stressed about work, stressed about his wife or whatever the fuck, and he's just like taking it out on my dog and me. And I'm just like he's putting all that on us, and I'm just like, this is so unwarranted or whatever. And but then outside of that, his desired outcome for this life thing here, he's trying to manifest a clean lawn, and it's like but his desired outcome is the clean lawn, but the way he's going about it is not going to result in the clean lawn. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he could have the same desired outcome of clean lawn, but then if he were to approach me and say, "Hey man, like I'm not sure if it's you, but like there's been some like I found some shit in my yard a couple times, and like I'd really appreciate it if you didn't do that, or like if you picked it up." And I'd be like, "Oh yeah, man, I always pick it up. Like I'll be sure to like not you know, if he does start to poop in your lawn, I'll pull him away, or I'll help you in achieving your desired outcome in this reality.
Sure.
If you want to build together in a proper, you know,
Yeah, you're a good friend.
cohesive way." You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'd be more than receptive for that. But if you're coming at me with like, gonna spray my dog with pesticides and say, "Hey, don't let your dog shit on my lawn," I'm like, "Fuck you. I'm gonna shit on your porch, bitch."
Yeah, exactly. I was there with you.
I'm gonna make sure your lawn gets shit on now,
Yeah,
motherfucker.
I'ma do it, bitch.
I walked by it today. I was like, "No, he ain't got no ring cameras and no cameras in that bitch." I'm like plotting to shit on this guy's lawn now. So it's like your way of going about achieving your desired outcome is so fucked, bro. Like, why would you do that? It's so unnecessary. I was like, this is such a weird thing. This guy's like we're all just trying to manifest reality here. We're all trying to achieve a desired outcome, whether you know it or not.
That's the thing. His desired outcome might not have been his focus in that moment. Like he might not have gone into the conversation with you being like, "Hold on, let me try to get closer to my desired outcome." He might have been fucking hungover, delusional, wife killing him every night with fucking
Yeah, super stressed about whatever the fuck.
Sure.
External stress.
And he's like, "That's my problem right there."
Yeah.
It's like, "No, it's not, bitch."
It's like, motherfucker, no,
I'm about
it's
to be
not.
a fucking problem now.
We're about to be a problem.
Yeah.
It's like that's just the way you handle reality and interface with people is like so important, you know? And it was such a easily avoidable thing. It's like, you don't want to why would you go out of your way? I guess maybe he's like, that's how he achieved his desired outcome when he was growing up. Like maybe he was like bullying other kids or whatever. I don't know. Maybe that's how he saw his dad handle business or whatever the fuck. But you know what I'm saying?
That's
There's
probably right.
billions of other stressors or billions of other external factors that I have no idea what's going on.
Sure.
But it just struck me as like, you're playing the life game real shittily right now, my guy. Like, you're about to get some shit on your car hood. Like, I'm about to shit on your fucking windshield, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy. And like, yeah, I've for you to be confrontational with someone in public to that degree is like pretty rare.
Very rare. I'm a super chill guy.
Yeah.
Super chill guy.
Yeah, dude. And for him to draw that out of you when he's like trying to get something done positive in his favor.
Yeah, you want me to help you achieve this thing you want done, and like you're gonna come at me with that energy? I'm like, fuck you. Like, no, not okay. It's like those are the teeth we were talking about last episode. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true.
Okay, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry.
Fuck no.
I'm sorry. Fuck you, bitch. Like,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
That's hard.
Yeah, it was just a random story time. I thought it was funny.
That is hilarious.
I was analyzing it yesterday.
Yeah, that's fucking hard. I mean, yeah.
Fucking weird guy.
Yeah, I agree in that moment. It's probably better to be confrontational and mildly aggressive, especially it's one thing for him to like just be.
Because I know we're not in the wrong. I know, like, I don't. He does not shit there. Like, it'd be another thing if I knew that Cosmo was always shitting on that lawn.
Sure.
And I wasn't picking it up.
Exactly.
If I knew that was true, then I would have nothing to stand on to back up my teeth. You know what I'm saying? Or to make them sharper. But I was like, and I had the truth on my side, bitch. And I got some sharp teeth, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And I'm like shirtless right now. Like,
Yeah.
you're lucky I don't whoop your ass.
Yeah, totally. Well, Texas, they're always toting guns, so be careful. But I think if you see him holding Roundup, you probably get there faster than he gets to his gun.
He had two hands. Yeah, he had
Exactly.
a hand on a bucket of Roundup or whatever the fuck it was and a hand spraying the shit. So it's like, we're like as far away as we are right now. You know what I'm saying? It's like it takes me 2 steps, 2 strides, and I'm in your fucking grill, old man.
Yeah,
And
totally.
you're out of shape, dog. You're fat. Like,
Yeah.
you're definitely not scaring anybody. Not me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe you gotta have the teeth though. Because someone else could have been super receptive to that bullshit.
Yeah, like a kid or fucking someone insecure, a woman.
Yeah, or a small woman.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's like, no, you're not going to treat me like that. Because I'm just trying to be a reflection of life, bro. I'm just trying to, like, reciprocate here, you know?
Sure.
So if you're coming at me with some bullshit, I'm going to fucking magnify that bullshit and send it right back.
That's tight. I'm with you. I think my dad was telling me that sometimes I was asking about turning the other cheek, right?
Yeah.
And he was saying like...
And your dad's like a pastor, theological degree, doctorate.
Yeah, doctorate
Knows
at
the
a
Bible,
school of theology
pastor, yeah.
and preaching. Went to SMU for like the whole thing, which is like one of the best universities for theology in America.
Nice.
He was telling me that one of the best like when people dive into something and do research and try to extrapolate like what's really going on, what did Jesus really mean when he said turn the other cheek? It's like, so in that time, in that area, in that place, you don't really think about this a lot in the Bible, but like people would like wipe their ass with like their
leaves
with like their
hands.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, totally.
Get a leaf, bro.
Yeah,
Even if
totally.
I'm like a caveman, I'm thinking of that.
Right.
I don't want this on my hand.
Nah, like, have you ever seen like I think like Slumdog Millionaire?
I've seen that.
I think they're like wiping their hands with their ass in that movie. But it's like a thing common in India, common in like that side of the world. It's
Okay.
like you would like wipe your ass with your left hand.
Okay. Or you're non-dominant.
Yes.
I was thinking about that too. Why do we have not? Okay, continue.
I talked to my dad about that too. I can get that too.
Dominant and non-dominant hands.
Most of the time you just learn from your parents.
Mhm.
It's like you could have been either handed, but it's like you just end up using one more than the other.
I don't think so. Maybe.
I didn't think so either, but my
Okay.
dad was saying that like if you trace it back as far as you can, it's really 50-50.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
not like a thing. It's not like a genetic predisposition. He's like,
I guess I could see that a little bit.
left-handed kids just end up like watching their dad do stuff with their left hand, and then subconsciously like
What's the right-handed though?
It's like that's not a thing.
Yes, it is.
That's what my dad was saying. I don't
My
know. if
mom
it's
is
true or not.
left-handed, and like no one else in our family is left-handed.
I think for whatever reason, maybe she just used her left hand for a pronounced reason when she was a kid, and then like developed that one. Because my brain was like, well, people are like eye dominant, so it's
Okay.
like if I because I got to throw shit,
Yeah.
so like I'm left eye dominant, and then I would use like my right hand, and he's like, yeah, but that's the same thing as handedness. It's like you would just use whichever opposite of your handedness to develop. This is the eye that I point with because now I'm cross body. It balances me out.
Yeah. Okay.
But we can do some more research on that later because I said the same thing that you're saying to my dad. I was like, bullshit.
Yeah. What are you talking about? People are left-handed.
They
continue.
they are, but okay. Anyways,
So you wipe your ass with your non-dominant hand. Disgusting. Love it.
yeah.
Continue.
Culturally, it was usually the left. So maybe even
Yeah.
on that side of the world, like, there's more right-handed dominant people because it was cultural because you would eat with your right hand. You wouldn't eat with your left hand like that because you've been wiping your ass with it.
Yeah.
And then also like for thieves, they would cut off their right hand. So they would have to use their left hand for like public trading and stuff like that, which is like culturally like no one wants to do business. No one wants to shake hands with the hand that you're wiping your ass with.
Yeah. Everyone shakes hands. It's like the common emote. The emote of handshake is initiated with the right hand like 99% of the time.
So part of that is culturally because way back in the day, you would wipe your ass with your left hand. So it was like really, you would never shake like a respectable person's left hand. Like you wouldn't put that out there for them.
Yeah.
So then part of it is like,
Feces.
yeah, right.
Like, fuck you, man.
So then
Disrespectful.
my dad was saying that like, so if someone were going to slap you,
Okay.
you would probably use
Your dominant hand?
let me make sure I get this right. He would you would use your dominant hand, and I think that you would like backhand them. Is how
Okay.
people slapped back in the day.
Okay.
So then if you slapped my cheek like that, then Jesus was saying on some level like turn your other cheek and make them slap you respectably. It's like that's how you slap a bitch. Is you use the backhand and you fucking disrespect them like that. It's like, oh, you want to slap me? Slap me with your open hand. Use your fucking open hand. Slap me like I'm a fucking man.
Okay.
And that's kind of what Jesus was saying. Was like, oh, if you're gonna slap me like a man. If you're gonna do it like that, because it's not like turn the other cheek and just forgive them. It's like give them your other cheek. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
come on, slap me again. It's like go ahead, right here. It's like you do it like a man though. Respect me. Look me in the eyes when you do it. Like you want to slap me, like don't treat me like I'm dog shit because you want to slap somebody. It's like if you think I deserve this, actually do it to me. And I was like, that's hard as fuck, dude.
It's much different than like look the other way.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to present. Like, well, what about turn the other cheek? He's like, you don't even know what that means, dog.
The Bible gets deep. If it was written in Greek.
Totally. That's bars. But yeah, so on some level, it's like, because the other thing is like, because once you backhand someone with your right hand and then you turn the cheek, you wouldn't backhand someone with your left hand because that's like your shit hand. It's like you'd have to open palm slap them. And so it's like, yeah, that's kind of the reference point for it's like open your hand up. Don't treat me like I'm a peasant or like I'm a slave or something. You're gonna like discipline a child with your backhand. It's like if you want to slap me, like here's my other cheek. Like I'm gonna position myself in a way that you would have to like open hand, like more or less assault me. It's like if you're gonna do it, like treat me like a man.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like, damn, that's fucking crazy. And then part of it, I'm in the same boat as you. I'm like, that's like doesn't make sense to me. That's a wild. That's not what I heard from the Bible meaning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My dad's like, I learned from people that learned from people that learned from people. Like, spend their life studying this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you, like,
Going back to they learned Hebrew for this shit. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
right. Like on some level, to get ordained, part of that like culture and tradition is to like you're like touched on the shoulder by someone who was touched on the shoulder by someone who was touched on the shoulder by someone who's touched on the shoulder all the way back to Jesus. And then they kept that lineage alive, like allegedly, all the way until today's time.
Mm-hmm.
And then like that's supposed to be like a reference or a metaphor for like the study of the theology. It's like you have been touched by the knowledge of someone who's been touched by the knowledge, and it goes like all the way back.
Yeah.
And so
Keep that chain strong.
on that note, my dad's like, we should do a podcast because people don't know like what stuff gets like misdiagnosed and misreferenced a lot colloquially in conversation in America. And then we start developing these belief systems where you come to me and saying, well, if someone shoots me, shouldn't I just turn the other cheek? He's like, no, you should not. It's like Jesus said there was a time for like the rakes to turn into swords. It's like he said that. Like there's a time for everything under the sun. There's a time for war. There's a time for peace. There's a time for this. There's a time for that. It's like when David killed Goliath, it was just time for the sling to turn into a gun
Weapon.
Weapon, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, yo, that's wild.
Damn.
Much different than like how we had digested it before.
Yeah. Or that just reminds me of Jordan Peterson with the clarification on Joe's podcast fucking back in 2017, 2018, where he's like the definition of what meek is supposed to be telling you, or like what the idea behind that really is.
Yeah.
It's like don't just be meek and like quiet and humble or like overly humble and overly like meh, like a bunny. Like
Yeah, totally.
you gotta have some teeth and you gotta have a sharp sword in the sheath.
Yeah, that's like meek was a definition for like a samurai who would keep his sword in the sheath. That was being meek. Is like, I could eviscerate you. I'm a trained samurai, but I'm going to leave my sword in the sheath. That was like the definition of meek way back then. And then like now our definition of meek is different. You know what I'm saying? It's like coy.
You're like a mouse.
Yeah, totally.
Don't be mouse-like.
No. So like the name Meek Mill makes way more sense in that context. You know what I'm saying? What kind of rapper would be like, I'm a coy mill? You know what I'm saying?
Just a light M real quick. Just a light M. A little quiet M.
I'm tripping because when I hit this, it tweaks out my microphone.
Yeah, it's like, beep.
What is that? It's like,
The electronics are communicating.
right? It's weird.
Yeah, man. But yeah, so that was a funny way to start my Sunday.
Dude,
and it was funny too because it was prefaced. It was fucking foreshadowed. It was so funny because I was even telling you. Oh my God, I'm going back and back.
Go in, baby, go in.
The echoes and the shadows, bitch. I'm just fucking in this story.
Yeah.
I'm in the sauna one day. Guy walks in, playing his fucking Joe Rogan podcast, and he's like, hey, man, is it cool if I have this podcast on? Does it bother you? I'm like, absolutely not, man. I love Joe Rogan. Blibbity blobbity. Shoot the shit. I'm out of there. Next day, coming to the sauna. Different guy comes in with this music playing on his phone. Kirk Franklin. Praise God. Amen. And he's like, hey, man, do you mind if I have my music playing? Does it bother you at all? I'm like, absolutely not, man. I fucking love Kirk Franklin. Quite the opposite, actually. Whatever. The next day in the sauna, the same guy who was playing Kirk Franklin comes in, and we're chopping it up. I'm like, oh, what's up, bro? Blah, blah. We're chopping it up in the sauna and shit. And then it was funny because I was talking to you about it at work, and I was like, man, I hate when people just fucking pour the water on the hot rocks in the sauna, even though it's an electrical fucking box. It's not like a steam room where you put water on actual hot rocks and it makes more steam and it makes it hotter. Mm-hmm. This is like an electrical box that has electricity running through it, that are coils that are running really, really hot. And it heats up the rocks that way with the electric coils. So you don't pour water on the electric coils, bro.
Because it'll leak through the rocks. And
Yeah.
It's going to touch like
drip on the motherboard or whatever the fuck
Exactly.
operates this electrical box that makes it hot in here.
Totally.
And so the guy that was playing Kirk Franklin came in. I didn't know it was him at first, though. He comes in, and he's like, hey, man, do you mind if I pour water on this? And I was like, nah, man, I don't think you're supposed to, bro. Like, I don't think you're supposed to do that. Like, it's not good for you.
Not just because it says don't do it, but like,
Yeah.
legitimately, I don't think it's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, he's like, I think it makes it hotter in here. I'm like, nah, bro. It's like, it's an electrical box. It might make it hotter in here perceptibly, but like, you're not supposed to be breathing that shit in. It's probably not good for your lungs or for your overall health. It's probably not good for you. It says do not pour water on the hot rocks.
And we're going to break the sauna.
So don't do. Yeah,
I need this.
I love this place.
Yeah,
don't fuck it up.
No.
This place is perfect the way it is. Don't
Totally.
try to add your own spin on it. It's like, just leave it the way it is. And then it was a Kirk Franklin guy. When he sat down, he's like, oh shit, I didn't even know that, bro. And he was like super receptive to that like confrontation. And I was like, then we started chopping it up, whatever's talking. And then I was like, how long do you typically go in here? And then he's like, I usually don't set a timer. I usually just like feel like when I get to that point, and then I try to dip. I'm just like, yeah, I try to go for like 20 minutes or so. And he's like, oh damn, man, 20 minutes is a long time. I don't know if I can do 20 minutes. And I'm like, that's kind of the point. You know?
yeah. Instead of pouring water on, just fucking sit in there longer. Bitch.
I was like, bro, yeah, you should just like that. That's the kind of the point, though. I love this place because I'm willingly choosing to go into an uncomfortable situation and stay in that uncomfortable situation and like then that's where the work starts. Is once you get okay, I want to get out of here. That's when it starts.
Fuck yeah.
That's like when you're like that was an Arnold philosophy in lifting weights. He's like, I wouldn't start counting the reps until I just wanted to stop hitting the reps for like sit ups or whatever. He's like, then I would go to 20. Like after I was like, okay, I want to stop. Okay, now I'm gonna do 20 now. You know what I'm saying?
I felt that today doing lat pull downs because I would get to like 7 every time, and the last 3 were so hard. Like that was failure more or less.
Yeah.
And then I would like let it hang for a second. And I'd be like, okay. And I felt those last 3 reps on all 4 sets were like the money reps.
That's where the growth is.
I got out of there, my forearms were like, I was like, I don't feel this that often. I was like, I gotta do more of those. Like I'm fucked reps.
Yeah, exactly. So I was just like, I love the sauna it's good for your immune system, good for like your health and like your overall, like your cardiovascular health. And it's just so good for you and your mental. Cause that's kind of how I bridged it into the uncomfortability. You know, it's like, I come here to intentionally make myself uncomfortable. And then I push past it, and he's like, "Man, that's fucking beautiful, bro." Like, and we were just like chopping it up like that. And then he's like, "Yeah, because if you're not able to put yourself in the uncomfortable place and have that uncomfortable conversation or whatever the uncomfortable thing is, then you're not going to grow." And I was like, "Exactly, bro." And he's just like, "Man, like we were just chopping it up. We were just spitting bars at each other, bro." It was beautiful. Nice. It was fucking tight. And then when I walked out, I was like, "What's your name, bro?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm Reggie, man." We just chopped it up. He's like, "Man, you blessed me today, bro. Like, thank you so much." Blah blah blah. I saw him in the gym today. Gave him some daps. Said, "What's up?" But it was funny because he was like, "If you're not gonna be willing to have that uncomfortable conversation, you're not gonna be able to grow." And then that was Saturday, and then Sunday, walking the dog, that motherfucker's starting to spray Moby. I'm like, fuck you, bro.
That's
not cool, dog.
That's where I got to it too. It'd be one thing for the guy to just talk shit to you for no reason. Like it's really easy for me to ignore that. Like I saw this meme that said, "You know you're growing when the stuff that used to make you mad makes you laugh." And I am at that point now where like someone is just like clearly out of pocket. Like I literally think it's funny now because like I have enough security and confidence.
You're silly. Yeah.
I'm tapped into reality. I know what the fuck's going on here. So if you're talking bullshit, it's just like this guy is struggling. Like
you're a goose, bro. You're a clown.
Yeah, exactly. But then to spray your dog though?
That's where the line got crossed.
For sure.
No F-bombs were dropped until the I was like, what's your fucking problem?
Yeah, fuck yeah. Let them know. I mean, like, yeah, dude, someone fucking like damages your car in Texas, you can fucking shoot them.
Yeah, that's your domicile or like your personal property, like your house.
Personal
almost.
property. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't have to be domicile like Breaking Bad per se, because it's personal property. So if anyone's like damaging your personal property, then you can defend it like it's your life, because it's also a threat. If they're willing to damage your personal property, they might be willing to damage you too.
Yep.
So like, I don't know if the same transfers to dog. I've never seen someone shoot someone because someone attacked their dog, but like, you know, I think your aggression was warranted.
Yeah, and in the court of law, it's like if I assaulted him because of that, I think it's not like I just assaulted this guy randomly. You know what I'm saying? I was provoked, and he was assaulting my family. You know what I'm saying? That's my son.
That's where we'd have to get
the fuck out of here, bitch.
That's my baby.
That's my baby dog, bro.
Exactly.
Not cool.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd love to find out if that would hold up in the court of law. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I need a lawyer friend to talk about that.
But like,
with.
if someone sprays ketchup, I saw this video of this like lady. She got pissed off at these guys in a restaurant, and she's like sprayed him with ketchup. And then this lawyer cuts in, and he's like,
"I've seen that guy.
Yeah, he's funny.
I've seen those types of videos.
He's like a little bit chubbier lawyer. He's really funny.
Okay, yeah.
He's cool. He's like, that was asinine, and this asked a 10. But let's break it down. Like,
love it.
And he's like, yeah, that's assault. Totally assault. She'd go to jail. It's
yeah,
like, for ketchup. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's like, like the pesticide kill your dog. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. I think if I'm a lawyer, I'm fighting for me. You know, I'm fighting for my case
for sure.
Dude, if I'm his lawyer, how do I fight that case? It's like it's not. No, yeah, you lost, bro. Like I just like ran through it in my head.
He's on his property. I don't know if that gives him the right to hurt you on his property. Per se.
That's the thing. But we weren't on his property. I guess we were on the sidewalk. Or not, there was no sidewalk. We were on the street.
Okay, on the street's a little different.
Yeah, we weren't on his grass. We were on the street.
I don't know what kind of rights animals have. Is Moby your personal property?
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah,
if he's not a person, he's personal property.
Yeah,
and both are okay.
Yeah,
he's not neither.
Yeah, he's definitely like important and like part of my life. And you can't just like break my car or break a window in my house. Or shoot my dog, or whatever the fuck.
I had this one teacher who was a lawyer that basically told me if I ever wanted to assault someone, just grab a bat. It's like, keep a bat in the back of your car, dude.
What?
It's like,
Wait, what?
Something happens and it pisses you off, go and grab a bat, beat him up with the bat. I can get you off. We'll call it a crime of passion. It's like, I've done it. Done it several times. It's like someone just like, something happens and someone just fucking grabs a tennis racket and starts going ape shit. Crime of passion, dude. That's not assault. It's like, your emotions were evoked, and then you were no longer in your normal state of mind. It's almost like being insane, but it's not. It's still, you still get some time, maybe not time, but you still get some kind of penalty,
some repercussions, some sort of community service or some shit, a fine,
right? But it's not gonna be assault and battery if you call me.
Yeah.
It's like Doctor, what the fuck was his name, man? He was the best. I can see him on my mind's eye. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyways, if I were your lawyer, I'd go to the rack for you on that.
Yeah, I'd
dude.
take him to the rack.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, fuck that guy.
You get the right judge. He's got a dog at home. Done.
Yeah, it's like, do you have a dog, Your Honor? Do you have a son, Your Honor?
Totally.
Come on now.
Yeah, you remember?
And it was unwarranted. That's the other thing. We were minding our own business, bro. He invoked us, or he provoked us, or he like, I was just walking, and then he's like, interject dialogue, and I was like, press A. What's going on here?
Yeah, you could have said you felt threatened too.
Yeah,
Yeah, totally.
absolutely,
Yeah, he was aggressive coming at you.
100%.
Yeah, fuck that guy, man.
But yeah, so that's not how you go about solving your problems, y'all.
No. I think you did the right thing, not just whooping his ass.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna whoop his ass.
You just like,
I might have though.
you showed up.
Had he provoked even further, or like, you know, gone even a little bit harder on it, or whatever the fuck he was doing. It's like, bro, nah, not cool.
There's been a couple times with literal dogs, like kind of scary dogs, like big dogs. And like maybe I go into like one time specific, I can remember I went to our friend TJ's house and he had a dog. And then the dog, like, he's like, yeah, dog gets kind of wild up sometimes. Like, he doesn't know you well. He might like not be super receptive to you. And then the dog came out and just starts going, arr, arr, and then he like gets ready to spring up at me. And I just like drop down into like a defensive stance. And I'm like, huh. Or I don't say like, huh, but I'm like, hey, like that. And the dog just like, meow, 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 and like ran off. And TJ was like, I've never seen anybody like disarm that dog like that. That was fucking crazy. Like, and he looks at his girlfriend. He's like, did you just see that? And they're like, that was wild. And I was just like, I don't even know where that came from in me.
I'm a dog, bitch.
Yeah.
I'm a big dog.
You're right. I was just like, nah, cuz like, let me show you real quick. And then that also translates to like what you did to that guy too in my mind. It's like sometimes you just got to be like, nah, bro. Like, let me show you what you're working with here. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not sure how you handle life outside of this interaction right here, but you can't just like bulldoze everything.
No.
Like, I'm a mountain bitch. Like, you ain't gonna move me, dog.
That man's a rhino.
Yeah, fuck that, cuh.
Yeah, nah. I think, and the other thing is that kind of behavior is like predatory on weak-willed people to enforce will on weak-willed people. It's like enforcing will, if it's not in line with truth, I'm not into it. And then if you want to use predatory technique to enforce will that's not in line with truth, that's where I'm like, do I need to pull this out? Do I need to fucking like disarm you? Like I would disarm a dog that doesn't know that he shouldn't fuck with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's right or wrong, but I think you did the right thing.
I felt right.
Totally.
It felt right. You know what I'm saying? But it was super, like, out of character to a degree. Cause super chill guy. Super chill. I'm super, like, I gel with pretty much everyone all the time. Always.
I've never seen you get into it with anybody. I can't, like, remember.
Not like that, bro. Not like that.
Never at a bar. Never. I don't even know what we do. Never at the gym.
Yeah, nah, dude.
I've never seen you get into it with a guest at any restaurant we've ever worked at.
Yeah.
Maybe like one story where you were, like, not submissive to someone who was bullshitting. But even so, you're usually just like funny. Like, sir, you're breaking my heart. You're breaking my heart, sir.
You're cutting me deep. You're cutting me deep, dog.
I'm saying, man.
Come on, bro.
I think we're right about there on our time frame, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, we finna sign off for the day. Just a little quick, little mini pot, a little shotgun, a little pump action, sawed off action for them.
Boom.
Yeah.
Just keep it in rotation. Keep it steady.
Yeah, keep it steady. We'll have this one come out next week, I guess. We had one come out today. This is 73. 73 is coming out next week. But, yeah, man, hopefully your life's going well. Regardless, live and learn, laugh and grow. That's what we're here to do.
Yeah.
Give a fuck.
You're good.
Don't get stepped on. Don't get walked over. Don't get pushed over. Develop some teeth.
Totally.
That was the moral of that story. Have some teeth ready. You know what I'm saying? Have some teeth ready, because fuck that.
Totally. The Lamborghini won't help you feel happy. The giant house, the beautiful woman, it's like those things aren't going to cure anxiety or help you find self-satisfaction, true confidence. It's like those are like separate entities, and you could waste a whole lot of your life trying to get something to give you this thing.
Yeah.
And the other part is I think it helped me realize that our music is like, our art is as good as anybody's art. I watched a Rick Rubin video that also made me feel like that. It's like we're just not fully maximized into our potential. If we can maximize our full potential, like grow into who we could be, our art would be like Leonardo da Vinci. That's all he did. It's not that he was like better per se than the other artists. I think he just fulfilled his potential more than the other artists. And the fucking Aventador and the model girls, those are going to limit your ability to fulfill your potential. It's like, go to the gym, but don't go to the gym to fix your insecurity. Fix your insecurity and go to the gym. It's like, they're two different things. And once I could separate those, I also felt much more like all I want to do is maximize my potential as an artist. And I think that's the key to truly unlocking the life for you.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
A little something for the sign off.
That's it, baby. I love it.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely. Have a great rest of your life. We'll see you on the flip. When the pillow turns over.
Cool as that.
We'll see you on the other side. Peace.
Bye.
Rolling through the city to the light show. Really ain't no telling where we might